Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Mission Matters. My name is Torres, and if you'd like to apply to be a guest in the show, just head on over to missionmatters.com and click on Be Our Guest to Apply. All right, so today I'm in Fort Worth, Texas, and I'm at the Texas FFA Convention. I come every year for the last 4 years. It's one of my favorite times of the year to see thousands of Texas FFA members getting together and doing what they do best, building, learning leadership skills, voting, making it happen in agriculture and beyond. So my next guest is Kassie. Kassie, you work with the Texas FFA. We've been working together for the last couple of years.
Yes, sir.
But I actually don't know this story. How did you originally get involved with the FFA or Texas FFA in general? Like, take me all the way back.
All the way back. All right. Well, I actually started getting involved in FFA when I was 4 years old.
What?
Yeah. My sister is 10 years older than I am, and she came home from high school and told my mom, she says, Mom, I want to show a pig. And so I started learning about FFA then, and she got into showing pigs with her and my older brother. And we would go around to all the different stock shows. And when I was about 8 years old, there was a contest at the high school for all of our junior FFA members to say the creed. And so I actually got to say the FFA Creed when I was about 8 years old at the Aubrey FFA barn. So
wow.
Yeah.
And so did you have, by the way, family, your sister? Was anybody before your sister part of it? Was your sister the first?
My sister was the first. So in 1969 is when women were officially allowed into the FFA. And my mom she showed quarter horses all her life, and she was in 4-H. And the year she graduated was the year that they let women to the FFA. So she just missed that marker.
Interesting. So definitely farming background and agriculture background. Yeah.
Yes.
So taking us forward a bit in your experience with FFA. Now, did you do it in high school or anything else like that in the beginning, or did you go through the ranks? How did that part go for you?
Absolutely, yeah. So I continued to show pigs from that time I was 4 years old on up the ranks. And then when I got into high school, we moved from Aubrey to Valley View. And at that point, I applied to be a chapter officer. And I was in chapter conducting and quiz and super active in all those LDEs. And then moved on to livestock judging.
Yeah.
That was what we do in the spring. And I continued those different competitive events all 4 years, went to state all 4 years. I was very, very blessed. Bob Andrew was my ag science teacher, and he taught for 40 plus years. 39 of those were at Valley View High School.
Amazing.
Absolutely amazing, God-fearing man. He led a great program and really inspired us to do right. That was actually one of his things we wrote on the board every day. That's the only rule he had in his classroom was to do right.
Wow.
And so to continue my FFA story, so he just inspired me to continue to move up the ladder, and I applied for district office. I got district first vice president, and then from there went to run for area office, got area first vice president, and I did try to run for state, but I didn't quite make the cut. But FFA has just been in my heart. It's been ingrained in who I am. And I'm super grateful for all the people that have come before me to make this happen for us.
How do you think like those early years in that training helped contribute to your professional life as an adult? Like, how do you think that contributed?
Oh, my goodness. The experiences that the FFA has opened, the doors it has opened to me has been absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
Anywhere from learning how to sit properly at a dinner with all the different etiquette, you always think of Pretty
I'm
Woman.
Still learning how to do all that stuff.
Like Pretty Woman, he teaches her to eat from the inside in. But they teach you that.
Yeah.
And I learned that in high school, and how to sit properly in a chair when you have a skirt on, and all from those things to public speaking, and just having that one-on-one eye contact and a firm handshake. What people would consider what they call soft skills or professional skills nowadays, they're really lacking, and this organization gives you those. And I think that is the biggest foundation that it's been ingrained in me from this organization, along with just the different networks and opportunities it's offered.
And now your current role with the foundation, talk to us about that a bit.
Yeah. So actually, when I graduated from high school, I went ahead and I went to Texas Tech University, got a major in agriculture education, came back and was an ag science teacher for 10 years. And then from 8 of those 10 years, I volunteered with the foundation.
Wow.
I served on their LEAD program in the summer of my second year of teaching and fell in love with what was going on. And through that experience and those connections with Aaron Alejandro, they asked me to come back and assist Joanne Shelton, who was his executive assistant at the time. She had a huge role to fill with conventions coming right on top of the LEAD experience in July.
Yeah.
And so she just brought me in and she says, Kassie, if you can help be on the bus and help the teachers, then I can actually work on convention. I said, yes, ma'am, I can do that.
Wow.
And so I did that for 8 years.
Wow.
And Aaron and I built a really strong connection. And during those times, we had great conversations, and all these different programs have grown through networks and meetings and just brainstorming on ideas and how can we better the future of our students and our teachers. So
talk a little bit more about that, like the vision going forward for the foundation and just some of the things that you're working on. Like, give us the vision.
Absolutely. So first of all, I'm going to talk about the LEAD program because it is near and dear to my heart. It's where I first served. But the LEAD program has grown it's a 17-year program. Let's first start there. And it's for agricultural science teachers who are either 1 year in the classroom all to way experienced veteran teachers.
Yeah.
And we get 36 teachers on a bus. And we travel roughly 1,200 miles across the state.
Wow.
Yeah, and they've been doing this for 17 years, so we're pretty much veterans at this now.
I think.
Well, this past year, we decided, okay, we're going to add something new because we're really wanting to keep teachers, in the classroom, keep that retention rate up. And so we have added a cultivating LEAD program.
Yeah.
And in that cultivating LEAD bus, we brought in from 3 different universities, Texas Tech, Sam Houston, and NAM Kingsville. We brought in their student teachers.
Yeah.
And so those teachers are about to go into the classroom. And we paired them up, and we had 2 buses running across the state of South Texas, South Texas this year. And letting them make those connections and have those mentors with the older teachers, but then also getting to experience different facets of agriculture that they may not have gotten to exposure to. So that's one program that's been added. And then our legislative LEAD program is going into about its 7th year.
Wow.
And we have one for teachers, and we also have one for students. And that growth, it just continues to change and evolve. We are adding the cultivating LEAD as part of the legislative LEAD now. So everything's going to be called LEAD.
Yeah. It's good branding, like leadership. What are you talking about?
Right.
It's a good thing.
Right. So that we call it the LEAD series. You got all these different programs, but so those are things that are continuously added on. And then the foundation is always looking for new networks out there. Mission Matters, like you said, came on a few years ago, and look at all the exposure and opportunities we've offered just through the podcast. And so we're always looking at ways to expand our branding, whether that's through sponsorships or just relationships and networking.
Absolutely. How do people contribute? How do they get involved with the foundation? How do they support? What's needed?
Absolutely. So one of the cool things that Aaron talks about with philanthropy is everyone thinks when you say philanthropy that you've got to give money, and that's not the truth.
Yeah.
Philanthropy,
but money doesn't hurt.
No, money doesn't hurt. Don't get me wrong.
Money's fine.
We love money. Money's good.
It helps. Money empowers and allows programs and allows funding. Of course, money's necessary. Go ahead.
No, absolutely. But one of the things that we really look for when we are seeking out those relationships, it's people that want to either give their time, talent, treasure, or testimony. We call it the 4 T's. Yeah. And you don't have to give all of them. You can give just time. You can give just treasure, talent, testimony. A lot of our supporters give all 4, which is amazing. But when we're scouting out those types of relationships, it's what best fits that particular person. And sometimes you've got great sponsors that want to come on board and be financially supportive. But then you also have ones that just can't afford that at that base at that time. Yeah. But they can give testimony. They can give in-kind sponsorships, all those different things. And so we're just looking for people who love our kids, that love ag education, and that want to give back in some form, whichever fits them. Yeah.
Wonderful story. One that I love to bring to my audience and for everybody at home. Last thing I want you to do, look into the camera. How do people connect? How do they follow the foundation on social, website, or otherwise?
Absolutely. So you can follow us on Facebook. It is just Texas FFA. And then we are also on social media with Texas FFA Foundation. And then we would love for you to visit our website. It is mytexasffa.org. And that is the go-to place. It's going to have all of our programs on it, as well as our different social medias that are linked right at the bottom. Whether it's our podcast, you can go to YouTube and find our podcasts that we do through Mission Matters.
Our future.
Growing Our Future. That's right. And all of those things can be found there.
Yeah. And for everybody at home, just so you know, we'll definitely put some links in the show notes so you can just click on the links and head right on over. And speaking of the audience, if this is your first time with Mission Matters and you haven't done it yet, hit that subscribe or follow button. This is a daily show. Each and every day we're bringing you new content, new ideas, and hopefully new inspiration to help you along the way in your journey as well. So again, hit that subscribe or follow button. And so fun to finally have you on the show. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Adam. You have a blessed day.